It was a hectic New Year's Eve. I remember about 4 years ago, we were out on New Year's Eve and I told myself I would never run errands on New Year's Eve again because everyone is out and it is super busy. But this year, there were a few things that we needed to do before the new year and we ended up doing it on New Year's Eve. We left home without eating breakfast because we were rushing to get to the bank before they opened so that we wouldn't have to wait in a long line. But when we got there, the line was already out the door. After leaving the bank, we decided to get some pâté cordé from a street vendor. They're usually stationed in this area, but they weren't there, so we had to find something else to eat. We decided to go to the boulevard. Most restaurants on the boulevard aren't open until lunchtime. Since we haven't been to Picolet in a long time, we decided to go there. It's a hotel, so of course they serve breakfast. I ordered pancakes and bacon because I wanted to eat something different. I eat Haitian food every single day, and so I was excited about the pancakes and the alleged bacon. Unfortunately, this was a case of what I ordered versus what I got. I got some very tasty mini pancakes and a piece of ham. I was in shock. And then the receipt came out and I realized it cost 15 American dollars. I didn't notice the price when I was looking at the menu. So that was the most expensive piece of ham and mini pancakes I've ever had. After we left, we were still hungry. I think they could have just said they didn't have bacon, maybe replaced it with something else. But putting a piece of ham on my plate instead of bacon was not okay. We stopped to buy a waterproof barrel from the street. This is the informal market, so we're able to negotiate the price.
Oh, on va vendre aujourd'hui même. Ou loin comme ça. $1,800 même la bonne. Non, jamais mon cher, j'aime pas. Mais mon cher, j'aime pas mourir.
I have to translate this so that you could understand why I was laughing. The starting price of the barrel was 9,000 good, which at this moment is about $69 US. You hear them say $1,800, $1,800. That's this whole fictitious and outdated Haitian dollar system that we have where you multiply or divide by 5. So $1,800, $1,800 is 9,000 good. I was laughing because Sammy started his negotiation tactic by complaining about the price. He says, yeah, but you're trying to sell it for 9,000 good. And the guy replies saying, and it's going to be sold for exactly 9,000 good. He was like, $1,800 même la bonne, oui, citoyen. We already had a barrel. This was the second one that we were buying, so we knew how much they sold for. The guy only took off 1,000 good, so we bought it for 8,000 good, which is currently about $61 US. We had a few more errands to run. We went to the street market because I waited until the last day to buy a Joumou, which is squash. I needed it to make soup Joumou on New Year's Day. I thought I wouldn't be able to find any because it was the very last day, but thankfully there was Joumou all over the street market. Then we were on a hunt to find a motorcycle helmet. We were going to Plaisance the day after New Year's, so this was the last day to buy the helmet. We drove around for a while before we were able to find one. Thankfully, the one that we found was large enough to fit my head. Sammy didn't need to buy a helmet because he already has one, but the morning that we were leaving to head to Plaisance, he was searching all over the house for his helmet and couldn't find it. Come to find out, the helmet was in Plaisance, so he left it there the last time he went. Happy New Year and happy Independence Day to Haiti. Haiti gained independence from France on January 1st, 1804. This day is a little bittersweet for me because when I sit back and I think about it, I'm like, okay, our ancestors did something extraordinary. But at the same time, gaining independence so early on cost us more than they could ever imagine. From the moment we gained independence, we were constantly being targeted. Just imagine at that time, a group of enslaved people fought against Napoleon's army, which was the greatest army of that time, defeated that army, and gained independence. So now they're looking at us like, who are these people? And what else could they do? There were embargoes placed on Haiti. They did not want to trade with us because they didn't want this group of free people to now influence the people in the other colonies and to inspire them to revolt and to fight against the colonizers. There was also a large sum of money that we had to pay France. So yes, Haiti had to pay reparations to France. And so I remember a few years ago, there was a lot of coverage about this money that Haiti paid and what it was used for and how they built a lot of things in Paris using the money that Haiti gave them. There was a lot of articles coming out at that time. And I remember I posted about this New York Times article. And in the article, it says that Haiti is the only country where the descendants of enslaved people had to pay the slave masters and their descendants. Normally, it's the other way around, where the people who were enslaved or the descendants of the people who were enslaved were asking for reparations. But in our case, we had to pay the colonizers. And so that really took a toll on Haiti's economy. Of course, there are a lot of things that happened throughout history from the very moment that we gained independence. If I sat here and explained each time we were attacked and taken down a notch, we would be sitting here for days. There are also a lot of internal factors that contribute to where we are today. A lot of things that we have done and that we continue to do. And so when I say this day is a little bittersweet for me, it's because, as I think about all these moments in history and all these amazing things that our ancestors were able to do and the things that they stood for and who they were, and the principles that this country was built on, I realized that we have strayed very far away from that. If you are someone who loves Haiti, who is passionate about Haiti, and who wants to be a part of the change that Haiti desperately needs, then I encourage you this year to look within yourself and to see how you can make a positive contribution to Haiti. A lot of you all know my story. I posted a video about why I moved to Haiti. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to leave the link down below in the description box. I moved here about 7.5 years ago after getting my master's in international development. My focus was on program management in Haiti. And so for the past 5, almost 6 years now, I've been working in the health sector, and the work that we do has a positive impact on the lives of women and children all over Haiti in all 10 departments. So that's my story, but your story will be different. If you are one of those people who are connected to Haiti in a special way, I hope this year you are inspired to take action and that you are inspired to help create and build this Haiti that our ancestors fought for and that our ancestors would be proud of and that we would be proud of as well. A place where everyone would be comfortable to live in. I'm going to get going because one of the ways that we celebrate Independence Day is to eat soup Joumou. And it is a soup that our ancestors were not allowed to eat. Only the colonizers could eat it. And so after gaining independence, our ancestors took the soup, okay? They took the land and they took the soup. And so now I need to go make mine, and I'm going to show you all how I make it. This is the type of squash that is grown here in Haiti. They come in different shapes and sizes, but the skin looks the same. I used half because it was only me and my husband. So I put the other half in the fridge and used it about a week later. This Joumou was perfect. Shout out to the lady in the market that picked it out for us. Now, how did we get here on the second day of the year? The road from Cap to Plaisance is terrible and messes up our car. The road was once paved, but a company was hired to widen the road and make it less dangerous since it goes all through the mountains. The company left Haiti before completing the job, so now the road is worse than it was before. It used to take 45 minutes to get to Plaisance from Cap, and now it takes 2 hours. After taking a bus from Cap to Limbe, we had to take a moto to Plaisance. There were a lot of motos passing by, but Sammy only wanted to ride with someone from Plaisance and someone that he knows, because the 3 of us were taking the same moto and the driver needs to be very skilled to carry 3 people. This was the first time in my life that I've ever been on a moto with 4 people, including the driver. It is normal for them to carry 3 people on the route from Limbe to Plaisance. They usually won't start the ride until they find 3 passengers. We normally pay them extra so that they can ride with the 2 of us instead of searching for a 3rd person. But this time our friend was with us, so we decided to go on one moto. For it to only be 2 days into the new year, we were really doing too much and taking too many risks, from the overcrowded bus to the overcrowded moto. Look at what we see as we're walking by. The goat just gave birth. Aww, so cute. Aww.
Et voilà les petits ciseaux, petits ciseaux. Petit fumé, petit garçon, fais manger. Fais mes jambes. Fais mes jambes. Comme ça. Jusqu'à ce que yo tout net fermé. Ouais? Après ça, il va y ouvrir encore. Voilà.
Wow.
Damn, t'es belle, monsieur.
Et puis, il va y refermer. Comme ça. Refermer. Comme ça. Petit ciseaux.
Petit ciseaux.
Petit ciseaux.
Hein? Bon si à l'intérieur, ouais.
Salut à tous.
Ouais, internet. Bon papel vidéo.
Ah oui.
Ingénieur.
Ingénieur
Là.
Papillon.
Oh ouais. On sait le clic, oui.
Pas Congo. Oh. The best pois ever.
200. Si chaque monde a fait ça, c'est 2 centièmes. 2 centièmes. Ça fait 10 centièmes. 2 centièmes.
Là pour nous sortir? Non. Oui. Mais pour toujours. Ok.
On se met les lumières de lui là. Oui, c'est l'autre bord. Oh! Comment il a dit qu'on à vous de manger?
Oh,
Il voulait.
how many? Oh.
Ok. Là.
Wow.
Ouais.
Ah?
Wow. Je connais ma bien jeune.
Presque même là. Il était pas fait même.
There was an earthquake a few years ago. I think it was 2018. Because at that time I was working in Gaumont, which is in Latibonite. But yeah, the earthquake hit a few areas. And there wasn't a lot of, damage done in Plaisance. This is the Catholic church, and it was damaged during that earthquake. And this is the reconstruction plan over here. I wonder if they will ever follow through with it. So it's been a few years and they still haven't repaired it.